this guy. It shows like this guy getting really drunk and he like climbs scaffolding or something.
Yeah, because he thinks getting a balloon for a kid. Because he thinks he's a superhero.
Hang on, 3, 2, 1. I think we're recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Threescreens.
Hello.
How we doing?
Yeah. How's it going, boys?
Not great. It's going shit.
Why?
Well, I don't know if the video will be out yet because it was meant to be out last night, but it wasn't. We've quit drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
And I'm like 11 days in. And it's fucking horrible, man. It's all I think about.
Yeah, but you did this last year, didn't you, Greg? For like,
yeah, but the problem was that
I
I also quit meat at the same time. So it's made it even worse.
Ah, well, you're doing that now. You've quit meat this time around as well. No meat, no booze. That's
and no fizzy.
Yeah.
Are you both doing that? Are you doing the no meat as well?
Matt refused to do the no meat.
I was gonna say, like,
I didn't refuse to do it. I just know that if we were gonna make this into a video series, that I can drag it out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And
makes sense.
Greg's already failed, so.
What?
I haven't failed on the alcohol. I failed on.
You gave in and had meat before booze.
He had a fucking steak that was about the size of my head.
Did you start after a few days without meat and protein though? Like, did you start getting?
No, dude, I was like lethargic. I couldn't think straight. I was horrible, man. It's because I hadn't adapted. I hadn't found like new ways to change my diet to it. So if I had sat there and planned everything, I probably would have been able to do it. But planning. My sort of.
No, it's not. Because me and Greg are going through getting a bit loopy at the moment. I know we're in lockdown.
That's the real.
And the whole world has been going to shit over the past year. Specifically, like even more like 4 days ago when some building tried to get stormed or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I heard a little something about something to do with that.
Smatterings here and there.
Some white dudes and Karens got angry.
Yeah, some guy dressed as a bear or something, and there was some other people stealing some artwork, and someone got tased in the balls. Or
see, this is the kind of thing that I'm gonna do on the 30th day if I can't drink. I'm gonna go storm the House of
Capitol
Parliament.
building.
Maybe they were all doing like a month without alcohol, and they were like, when did it happen? Like the 5th or 6th, and they got like 5-6 days in, and they're like, and they went loopy.
That makes sense.
6 days in.
That makes a lot of sense.
Nah, I think it's just more apparent that they're pretty crazy.
So
well, they are.
Yeah. I got some bad facts about alcohol. And things.
Bad facts about alcohol.
Just some bad stuff to do with alcohol to reassure me and Greg that there's a good reason to not drink.
There's no bad things. There's no bad things about alcohol. There's nothing bad about it.
But
yeah, there's bad stuff about drinking it.
Nah.
No matter how bad this list is, though, you two are gonna, as soon as it rolls over to the 1st, you two are gonna be straight back on the bottle.
Yeah, damn right. Dude, if it came out that smoking weed gave you lung cancer within a day, you would still chong a fucking bong and like.
I'd smoke more.
Exactly. I probably should do one about smoking because I definitely need to quit that. That's another video. That's going to be harder than alcohol.
Oh, that would suck. Yeah. Well, I've done that. I have quit smoking, but I did that like transitioning. I didn't just stop smoking. I like vaped for ages.
Yeah.
I vaped for like a year or two, like on and off. And vaping just fucked me up. Like, and one day I was like, I'm just gonna stop vaping. And quitting vaping is a lot easier than quitting smoking. But like almost, I feel like once you've properly got into vaping, you can't really smoke anyway. Like,
Do you think?
Yeah, well, for me anyway, like because I was typical like, oh fuck vaping. What do I want to vape for? It's nothing like a cigarette. I can't. And then like, I
Can't
wait
feel
until
the
I
dirtiness.
Yeah, well,
that's the best bit.
I sort of just like because I knew I would hate it because I'd tried people's vapes before and it's like, oh, that's horrible. How do you smoke that? So I knew I would hate it. So I just waited until I had no backy or fags or whatever, and was like, I'm just gonna buy a vape. And I had to, just 2 days. It was horrible. I was just sat like hooning this thing like it's fucking shit. But then like 2 or 3 days in, you kind of just start getting used to it, and then like someone will offer you a drag, and you're like, ugh, that's gross. You're like, I want my fruity one back, thanks. It's weird. And then you just kind of cross over. But even now, like that was ages ago, but I can't smoke cigarettes anymore. I can, but I don't really enjoy it.
Yeah, they're just shit.
Shit.
I hate them.
Yeah.
At least they've made my voice sound more silkier.
The weird thing is, I really miss smoking. Like, I don't miss like all the bad shit about it, but like I just sometimes I'm sat there and I'm just like, I wish I could just be smoking a cigarette right now. And it's been like 4 years since I quit, and I'm still in my dreams I'm still a smoker. I still smoke all the time in my dream. It's so weird.
Smoking pot.
I miss the not like the actual doing it, but there's something like like
the cool
I can't
factor.
think of the word. Yeah, the being outside and sitting and having 5 minutes to yourself and just having. I do miss that.
Oh yeah, at my old job, man. Like I got really pissed off because when I started my old job, I was a non-smoker, but like the smokers always got this extra 5-minute breaks every now and then, and I wasn't allowed to take one because I didn't smoke, and I was like. And then one day I was like out at the pub and I was like, ah shit, I'm just gonna start smoking again. I don't give a fuck.
That is
start smoking again. Yeah. I started getting like an extra like 20-30 minutes of break time every day just to go have a fag. That was great.
I can't remember who told me this, but apparently one good thing about smoking is the fact that it's like habitual breathing. It's like a meditation breathing, but only for a short period of time.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
Because you take a drag. It's like a Reese, not just the nicotine. So
yeah, because I mean it takes.
So it's kind of good for you then. It's sort of good for you as well.
It can be, yeah.
I need to work for a tobacco company. It's actually good for you. It helps you with breathing techniques.
You're going to take anything from our nonsense. Smoking, good for you. Helps you breathe.
Yeah, it helps you clear your mind.
It's like doing yoga, except you get to look cool doing it.
Except you don't have to have a little fucking mat.
I've actually got my mat.
What's wrong with me?
You're not a little Matt.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not even joking. We haven't seen each other in a while. You see me, you're gonna be like, mate, you turned into a fucking planet.
He's
not
massive.
Bad, huh? A fucking planet.
he's got things orbiting. Just wait a few minutes, and he'll come around his back.
What's the drunkest you've ever been, Lewis?
Fuck. I don't even. Well, I mean, it says a lot.
I don't think I've even been with you when you've been drunk.
I don't know if I remember the most I've been drunk, which probably is sort of kind of comes in hand with it. You know, not remembering a lot of it. There's a few times I've been really, really battered. First one springing to mind, I don't know if it's the drunkest I've been, but after we filmed, me, you, and Harry filmed a basketball game.
Yeah.
And it was like, you remember that? And it was like, it was like a little plank. I'm trying to explain this without using my hands for people that are just listening. But it's basically like a mini basketball court like a really tiny one, like fits on your coffee table, little hoop, and there's like a springboard, almost like a diving board, and you have to flick a little basketball on a string into the hoop. Real simple shit, but we did it like just you had like 5 shots, and then for every shot there was a shot, and they got progressively worse or stronger. And I think I missed every single one. I missed every single hoop, so I had a shot of God knows what there was. There was definitely some sort of
absinthe,
vodka. There was Jaeger, but yeah, that was the penultimate. And I was very at the start of it. Like, I don't really like being drunk or being battered. It's like I'd never liked it. So at the start, I'm very like, oh fuck's sake. But by the end of it, once I've started, I can't stop.
Once the genie's out of the
by
bottle.
the end of it, mate. So by the end of this video, I went from being like to the end. I'm swigging absinthe out the bottle, and then it sort of goes hazy from there, and then all I can remember is for some reason thinking it was a good idea to try and go to the pub, and the only things I can really remember are sort of walking into the pub with you, being so rat-assed they asked me to leave before I'd even ordered a drink.
Yeah, they did.
So that's how wasted I was. And then I just remember walking in like, right, look sober, and just getting to like towards the bar, and it just being like, yeah, he's gonna have to leave. I was like, oh. But I don't.
I literally just sorry to interject. I literally just bought 2 beers, one for me and one for you, and the guy was like, "No, you get out." And I was like, "Oh fuck's sake!"
Mate,
and these,
I don't think I even said anything though. That was
no, you just walked in like.
Oh, it's so weird, yeah. You know, even talking about this sort of stuff gives me anxiety. It's really strange. It's really odd. It actually gives me like, I feel like I'm back in it. It's like, ugh, get rid of that.
Drink it away, man. Drink it away.
I remember being kicked out, and I was in a hedge, and then you left me, and went off with some lads, and I was in a hedge, and I remember just getting up my phone and just calling someone for a lift, and they're being like, "Where are you?" and just sort of peering out from my hedge, just about being
Lewis,
able to
I was still there.
You did leave me though.
No, this is what happened, yeah.
No, I think once the lift got there, you went. You didn't just leave me on my own.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Nah, because what happened was there was the 2 pints, and he was like, "Nah, just go outside." So I was just like, "Oh fuck's sake, I've got these 2 pints." So I went outside.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember a lot.
To check on you, and you were just in a bush, like going. Ugh, ugh. And I was like, all right, I'll leave you. I'll leave him. I'm just going to go have some pints. That pint's mine. That extra pint's mine.
I'll leave him do it. He looks like he's got things covered.
And then I was trying to help sort out a lift for you.
Yeah, I don't get drunk anymore.
That's probably a good thing.
I don't know if that's the worst thing, but that's definitely up there. Yeah, that was bad.
No, that's fun.
That's the one, the courage that it gives you, alcohol. There's nothing else like it.
Oh yeah.
Like there's stuff that makes you relax. There's stuff that tides you over, but it makes you too confident.
Do you remember that advert back in the day? Do you remember that advert where this guy? It shows like this guy getting really drunk and he like climbs scaffolding or something.
Yeah, because he thinks getting a balloon for a kid. Because he thinks he's a superhero. Yeah, I remember that shit.
That's the shit. That's exactly what I would have done.
I've actually been out drinking with a guy who climbed the scaffolding of a building.
With the guy in the advert.
No, it wasn't the guy in the advert. This guy didn't sort of mangle himself on hard floor.
Oh, that's all right then. See, only climb scaffolding drunk kids if you're responsible enough. If you know you won't fall.
So, Lewis, do you think you feel more confident after like a pint? Like how many pints?
It's weird because I mean I don't drink much anymore. Like within like the last 2 years, I was thinking like I've had drinks. Like I've been to, well, not at the moment with COVID, but I'll occasionally go to the pub and have 1 or 2 just social. But like actually being drunk, I don't think I've been actually drunk in about 2 years.
Can we get you drunk?
Like, I'm not. Maybe. But it's
to
just,
get
even thinking about it gives me so
just
much
for a
anxiety.
video.
It's just maybe.
Yeah, but you'll be with us. We'll keep you safe.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll look
great.
after you.
I'm not sure. Maybe one day. But yeah, where were we going with that? What did you just say? Sorry.
I was just saying. That's right. I said, does 1 or 2 pints make you feel like more confident?
Oh yeah. You find in like different situations. Sometimes you can drink more, and you can drink. Sometimes I have it where you're at a pub or whatever, and you'll have 1 pint, and it's like, I don't really feel that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. But then other times you can sink 3 or 4, but before it's sort of a bit like, oh yeah, I'm starting to fucking. I don't know. I guess it's whether you're just up for it. If you're like on a night out, you just hoon them off, don't you? But I suppose if you're just casually going through, I think the perfect number is probably around the 3 or 4 mark.
Do you reckon?
Because I like being tipsy and that little sort of you know when you've had a few and you get that
You cheeky
like,
little git.
that glow. It's like
Yeah.
that. But any more than that, and I don't like it. As soon as it starts spinning and it's just like, oh, you know, and you enter that zone.
The weird thing is, I've got to a point now where I don't get spinning or anything like that. So I don't get any
really?
of it. I'm just so immune to drunkenness.
You don't drink enough, Greg.
So bad.
That's what we need to do. We need to do the Mythbusters that they wouldn't do. Do the drunk myth, where if you're spinning out, you spin the other way to counteract it.
We need to try that.
The only thing that really made me spin out was smoking weed as well as drinking. But if you drink tons and then you have a joint, I would be gone. Absolutely.
Did I tell?
Black
I'm pretty
out,
sure I did.
Puke up.
I'm pretty sure I did tell the story about that time I went out with a mate of mine, and he was drinking and I was smoking, and he was insistent on having a toke or 2 of my exotic stuff. Yeah.
Did.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Jesus fuck! It was like willful.
That's happened to me like 1,000 times, man.
Oh,
it's
I never seen
hilarious.
anything like it.
It's weird because if you're really drunk and you smoke weed, it kills you. You'll black out, you'll puke up, you'll go mental. But if you're really high and then you go have some beer, it'll just get rid of your high.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
Nah.
You don't think that?
Well, there's been a couple of times, hasn't there, Greg, where I've come back, and this is like a long time ago, and I'd be like, Greg, I think I'm too high, and you'd be like, mate, let's go get some beer.
Yeah, it
and
gets
then
rid of
fix
it.
Yeah.
Because we used to do this thing. I used to do this thing where we go out drinking, we get to a certain amount of drunk, and then we'll go smoke a ton of weed. Yeah. And then we're like, oh shit, we're way too high. Then we would drink again, bring it back down, and then we would get high, and then drink. And you could go the whole day. You could smoke like a half an ounce to yourself, easily. And drink like 15 beers, and it would counteract each other. It was the weirdest thing, man. It's either that or my memory's fucked up from doing all of that, and I'm not remembering it properly. But like, I tell you, that's my memory of it. That's my memory of it.
In your head, you thought you were like super fucking like, yeah. This.
I haven't smoked weed in like 4 years now. Must be 4 years since the last smoked weed. Yeah, it's crazy.
Jeez, man.
Been a long time.
Hell. Long old time.
I think I might have just shit myself.
I heard that.
Jesus
Christ. And I tell you what, as well, yeah, I heard that, and I was listening to our last podcast back, and I didn't get the timestamp, but you got away with one on that last one as well.
He's always fine, man. It's disgusting.
And I was watching it. It was in the last podcast, number 4. What? This is number 5. Yeah, you perk. I see this sort of.
Greg, come in here and have a smell.
I'm not coming in there, mate. I'm glad there's a fucking wall between us.
I bet it smells like a steel works in there, doesn't it?
Nah, worse than that.
Yeah, that's what his bowels smell like. Like I always say this, but he smells like the Industrial Revolution. Yeah, it's like, you know, like that sulfur. Coal. Yeah, sulfur, coal,
this was different.
Iron, everything.
This one's got like a
Dude, you need to sort your
seaweed.
diet. You need to sort your diet out, man, because it's not normal to spend half your day on the toilet.
I'm really bursting for a shit now, but
I'm not surprised after that.
I can't do another one. It's gonna come out. Anyway, so let's talk about the bad
That
things
made
of
the podcast
drinking.
funny.
We've been talking about the good things of drinking. Let's talk about the
Oh
bad
yeah, haven't we
things.
even talked about it? Yeah.
I'm not even joking,
Alcohol's
guys.
great. I love alcohol.
We might have to cut.
Have you got to go? Have you actually got to?
Yeah,
for a
I
bit?
actually have to go.
Yeah, you gotta keep this in. How the
Oh.
fuck? Literally,
Jesus.
he spends half the day in there just sat playing Switch games and shit, while he's fucking shit in his pants.
Spends half the day in there.
Easily. Easily. Yeah, you
Oh.
do, Matt. You do. Literally, he's constantly shit. Never met a man
Well-
that can shit like that.
To be fair, when I do come over, he does make at least. If I'm there for like 3 hours, he will have been in there 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, definitely.
At least once an hour. So.
Yeah, I don't get it. I shit maybe like once every 2 days, once every 3 days,
Well, no, that's.
and
that's
I'll shit loads, and it will be clean, I'll wipe, and there's no poo. It's great, and it's all
you should
perfect.
still be shitting more than once every 2 days, though.
Oh no.
I've got to go at least more than once. Mate, least I'll do is once a day. I don't think I'll go a day without going.
Nah,
maybe
you
I-
can't go
I
a
don't
day
know.
without going.
Don't know. I don't really take note. You just sort of go when you need to,
Maybe
don't
we-
you, and then forget about it.
Maybe for a future podcast, we should all get a calendar, and we record our shits through the month and see who has the most fuck belts.
See who's got the most. Yeah, like. that's a
Obviously,
good
Matt will
idea,
win,
would-
but
Yeah, but it would be interesting to see the amount where it's like I did 275 this year. How many did you do? And it's like, and he's got like 480,000.
he'd have so
Like,
he'd have so much.
like fuck, you spent. You'd be like, you spent 59 hours on the toilet. Like,
Dude, it's crazy. I honestly don't get it.
how much? Yeah, we should do like a stopwatch thing. Like, how much time in a year does Matt actually spend on the toilet? That
I'll
would be a good
time
video.
him because he'll give you the wrong answer. I'll
But
time
you could do that. You could do it in like a week, yeah. If you did it for a week, then you could do it on average. That'd be a good video. Like
Mm.
how many times Matt goes for a shit, or how long,
It's a lot.
and then
It's
you work
so
out on average, like throughout the year, like how many hours he's on the bog, how much of his life
Like,
he's wasted in the toilet.
He also needs we need to take a sample and send it off for testing because it shouldn't smell like that. I don't get where the smell comes from.
Yeah, it's so fucking
It's disgusting.
industrial, isn't it? It smells like stoke.
Industrial. Yeah, exactly.
It's like a coal mine.
Like- It's horrible. Alright, I think he's done.
Oh, you think he's
He's
done?
done it. Deploying his industrial waste into my toilet.
Landing bay doors have shut.
Boys, I could hear everything you were saying.
Well,
I had
stop
my
shitting
headphones
all the
on.
time.
Oh,
Dude,
I think I got piles as well.
You heard our video.
go to a dietitian.
I've already been to one.
And you obviously haven't followed.
Fuck you, Greg.
Dude, yeah, what, like a Big Mac, and then you had a pot noodle. That is obviously shit-inducing food.
No, normally that's okay. What it is, right, is recently, to counteract the fact that I don't get any sugar because we're not having any fizzy, I eat loads
I mean,
of
you can still go
chocolate.
get some sugary.
Mm.
Dude, that makes no sense because even before when you were drinking, your shits were horrible.
No, they're
and it was
so
constant.
bad now.
How could they have got worse? I do not want to go in that toilet if they got worse.
Go in that toilet and have a smell.
I have no smells.
What are you saying,
much,
Lewis?
Caffeine or like coffee or are you drinking in a day?
Probably only about 2 cups at the moment.
Okay. I always find my shit's horrendous, like
Squits,
after tea or
coffee
coffee
squits.
Or, like, yeah, in the morning.
Yeah,
get up,
coffee makes me
like,
shit.
Yeah, fuck knows, man. You've
I don't
always
know,
had
it was
strange
hot as
guts,
well.
though.
Yeah.
Your shits have always fucking could empty a fucking, communion.
Well, let's just be glad I've never done one on a plane, because it would be one of them.
Oh god, mate, people be scratching at the windows trying to like fucking get the double glaze out of them, like. Fucking...
Dude, I would feel so bad.
I've been stuck in so many confined spaces with you. You're not that bad, but yeah, you're shits, man.
Is this shit's-tervention, is it? You guys telling me I need to change my diet?
I'm just saying that we're just saying there's an issue. That's all we're saying.
There's an unaddressed issue. There's
My diet.
We're not going to force you to shit rehab or anything. But we just wanted you to know.
Thanks.
Where's that, like fucking Weight Watchers or something? Shit rehab.
Oh mate, can we take you to Weight Watchers for a video, Matt?
Yes.
Like, you can hang out with all the old middle-aged ladies who are all bloated and horrible.
I bet it'll be online now. We could get you enrolled in an online Weight Watchers thing.
Oh, like a Zoom call. Yeah. Weight Watchers.
Oh,
so
fuck.
good.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Or, for a video, me and Greg will become your Weight Watchers. And, like, we get to pick your diet for a fucking...
Yeah, we've had that idea, haven't we, Greg? Greg's going to be my personal trainer.
Nothing but cucumbers for a month. You won't drink,
really good,
you just eat cucumbers all day long.
No pickles.
I had a... Nah, I'm not going to go into that.
What? Can't tease like that.
Well, I read a story recently about this woman who shoved a cucumber up her minge and she waited until it pickled to eat it.
I don't know if that's like how it works. Like, surely that didn't work.
Let's have a look.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
You've piqued my interest.
How long would it have to be up there to do that?
That's why we need Mythbusters back.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long.
Awful. Did you see I didn't realise one of the guys from Mythbusters had died. Was that like last year or the year before or something?
Grant
Imahara.
Yeah,
man.
It was so sad, man. What was it again?
Yeah, didn't he have like an aneurysm or something like that, or a fucking
some shit like
something
that.
scary.
I think it was an aneurysm.
I did see though that the because obviously with Mythbusters you had the 2 main guys, and then you had like the little team. I did see Richard Hammond is doing some new show with one of the guys from it. Like
Tory.
that the trio that that's it, Tory. Yeah. He's doing some like I think they're on a desert island or some shit.
Nice.
Weird combo, but yeah.
Do you want to hear about how bad alcohol is for you?
Straight from the
and why
horse's
we
mouth.
should never ever drink again, Gregory.
Let's see if we can actually make you boys, not by the end of this month, not only survive a month without drinking, but continue it afterwards.
See, it would be so much more easier if we could go to the gym or
substitute it with something. I know what you mean. Yeah. But because there's
Crack.
far to do.
I could do with some crack.
Get a crack addiction. Greg. Do you realize that if we have to get rid of our vices for videos, that we're gonna have to start giving ourselves vices when we run out of vices?
Yeah, man. I'm up for shooting up or something as well.
Shooting up. Let's shoot up and shoot a video, Greg. Let's go.
You could do.
I mean, it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad.
What? I could do with a skag addiction.
Skag addiction, yeah. Few months on that.
Oh no, I've seen some fat skag
Not in
addicts.
like a harsh way. Oh, come on then. What are some of these
Here you go, Greg.
alcohol facts?
It shrinks your brain.
So
That explains a lot.
It shrinks your brain,
one
Greg.
thing it's weird because when you're younger, you're like, oh yeah, I've got to be smart. I got like, and then you become an adult and you're like, oh shit, everyone is fucking. So there's just no point in being intelligent because if you're intelligent, all you ever have to deal with is how stupid people are and how no one listens to anything intelligent.
That's true.
So it's just you might as well just be one of the dumb ones. You might as well just join the fucking stupid parade.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Ignorance is bliss, and guess what?
It fucking pisses me off, man.
I think a lot of anxiety and depression now is due to the fact that we just know that everything's going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's probably true.
It's that. I was having this conversation with a mate the other day, and he was just saying like, I'd seen him after the weekend or whatever, and he was just like, I don't know what, man. He was just like, I just feel horrible. It was like, I've had a good weekend. But I've done some. Do you know what I mean? I've seen some people have done some. He's like, but I've just got this over fucking whelming, like looming, and I was like, bruv, like, in normal times, like, yeah, you've got your little anxieties and your things that fucking get to you. But it's almost like with such a state of disarray. I know you can't trust the government or anything that they. But when, do you know what I mean? You sort of take a look back and you're like, fucking hell, yeah, they don't even have an idea. It kind of sends you into this big like, well, it's almost like it's like chaos, isn't it? There's no fucking everything at the moment just feels like some sort of crazy free for all where everyone around the country just sort of has no fucking idea what actually the future holds, and it's kind of scary. It does put you on edge a little bit. At least it does for me, anyway.
It's scaring a lot of people.
Yeah, man, I can see why I think it's pretty really does affect people.
No, Greg, it's obviously affecting you because you did all right in October when we were in a worse lockdown than this. Now we're in like full lockdown again, and you're like,
no, we weren't. October, we went in. Dude, yeah, October was like easy because you could go out and do gym. I could eat meat. Like I think now that I'm eating meat again, the alcohol thing's not that bad. I don't think. I still crave it. I still really could do with a glass of red wine right now. I love a glass of red wine. But thing is that also we quit it for a month, like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago that you did that.
Not long ago.
Yeah, but that was an easy one.
You enjoyed it that much, did you?
It was so easy.
I would say it was easy.
Well,
yeah, in comparison, this is so much more harder.
Is that it has been, because it's right off the back of Christmas?
Probably.
That's why I've always found it funny that people do this.
It's the dead of winter. Yeah, it's also the dead of winter. It's cold constantly. Like today, it hasn't been a bad day because it's been warm outside. But when it's really cold, one of the things I do is I drink because it gives you that warm feeling inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wear a blanket.
It sort of counteracts the cold. Yeah, but that doesn't give you a warm feeling inside. It just heats up your outside. It doesn't give you that internal warmth.
Drink some paraffin.
And then
I don't think that's going to help, man.
Just become a human torch. So there's a lot of other things here that, like behavior changes, blackouts. We pretty much touched on all of that. But there's something that I thought that Greg would have because he said on paper it looks like you have something called alcohol dependence, Gregory. For when you stop suddenly with alcohol dependence, you get mad hallucinations.
Oh, I get hallucinations all the time, so I don't really. If any extra hallucinations won't bother me.
Have you been hallucinating over the past 11 days, Greggy?
Yeah, man, I see shadow people all the time. You know what I mean? Those guys.
Why haven't you said this in the video?
Because everyone will think I'm crazy.
You are crazy.
Oh.
The guy who bashes graves and sniffs the dust is crazy. Wow.
The worst thing is, like, I don't know if you ever got this, but when I'm driving at night, in the shadows, I just see things moving constantly. Like, always thinking something's about to jump out or something. You know what I mean?
In the shadows.
Yeah, I've had certain I've driven really sleep deprived before, and been convinced that
that's horrible.
I've been on like empty motorways at like 3 in the morning, and like you nearly slam your brakes on because you're convinced there's somebody, like there's a cyclist in front of you, and you're like fuck, and it's like hang on, I'm on a motorway, there's nobody here. You're like what? But I definitely saw that for a second. It's fucking bizarre, mate. But
I'm not even joking. Yeah,
weird.
This might be my alcohol dependence hallucinations, or maybe I'm just crazy. But I swear to God, the other day I saw a mini dinosaur run in front of the road when Greg was driving.
That might not have been a hallucination. No, a mini dinosaur.
It was someone who escaped. One of Greg's dinosaur experiments escaped his boot. I still smell that shit that I just took.
Did you smell the shit that you took?
Yeah, you know when something lingers in your nose, in your nostril hair.
Oh, it clings to you. Yeah, like you're carrying it.
Yeah.
That's foul.
Wait, so
it is weird, isn't it? That like when you smell shit, it's literally particles of shit going in your nose. It's just weird, isn't it?
That's
Greg,
horrible.
So if you
it's such a horrible thought, isn't it?
If you can smell shit, but then you sneeze on someone, have you just like shot shit out of your nose at someone?
Yeah, man, 100%.
And that's why you should cover your face, because sneezing is gross. You could end up with not only sneeze on your face, but poo on your face as well.
And COVID.
Yeah.
Greg sneezed with a mask on in Sainsbury's, and I filmed it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Idiot.
Fouls.
Sneezing inside a mask must be horrible.
You don't care.
It is horrible.
Hey, Greg, do you feel tired all the time?
Yeah.
Fatigue or feeling tired may be sign of anemia, which is a possible complication of alcoholism.
Nah, I don't have anemia because I got blood tested and I have more iron than I'm meant. Because I eat so much red meat.
I got blood tested for anemia a few years back, but never got the results.
We need the Magneto blood test.
Magneto blood test.
Yeah, where he sucks all the iron out of that guy's blood, and he's like too much iron in your diet.
Yeah, that's weird.
Do you remember that?
No, I haven't seen the
Oh mate, that's so cool.
That's way too OP.
It is, isn't it?
He sucks the iron out of a guy's blood.
Yeah, he like controls this guy because he's got iron in his blood.
Yeah, I get it, like Metal Man, woo! But like,
yeah, it's Gandalf, man. He can do magic.
Oh, Greg, do you like?
What is it he says in Always Sunny when he's talking about Gandalf, and he's like, Ian McKellen's gay, but do you think, like, Gandalf goes home and shoots lasers into his boyfriend's butthole out of his dick or something?
Yeah, that's it.
What does he say? Something like that.
I think that's pretty much it.
Shoots lasers into his boyfriend's asshole.
Do you like, Greg? Do you like when bones snap?
No.
That's Greg's favourite, I've heard.
Because drinking increases the possibility of snapping your bones. Because it makes your bones thinner.
I'm never drinking again.
Yay! We got him! We got him!
Mate, breaking my leg was like the worst pain I've ever experienced, and I don't want to experience it.
I wish I could have seen you.
Me too.
It was horrible, man.
Oh god, the first thing I would have done would have filmed it.
I think the worst like visual pain I've ever seen you in was definitely the hot glue gun.
Yeah, that was bad because it was unexpected. I didn't see it coming. Like I knew obviously it was really
scream like that.
I knew hot glue gun was painful, but like because Matt did such a massive dollop on my leg.
Oh mate, there was
that
a
it
puddle
was so
on the
painful.
back of your knee.
But then it burnt, and then like probably like 5-10 seconds later, the pain just instantly vanished, and that was because it burnt all my nerves off.
Burn all your nerve endings off. Jesus, yeah, it's so brutal.
Shut up, you pussy.
Have you still got the markings from it, or have they like faded?
I haven't looked in a while. I'll have a look later.
I've got a very faint penis on my thigh.
Oh, nice.
I think we need a round 2, boys.
Yeah, the jellyfish isn't there anymore. And the
unfortunately not.
I was really proud of that jellyfish and that gravestone.
Yeah, it was good. The gravestone that went from rip to dip in like one day.
To dip or whatever it was, yeah.
Dip. For some reason, I've got an advert on this alcohol website for Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
He's everywhere.
That's a YouTuber man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't say I watch much YouTube anymore. I don't know what the kids are into these days.
Other than that, I think after the thinning bones thing, I think that's probably it. Because there's obviously a lot here, like pancreatitis, cancer, liver damage, lung infection, stomach distress, birth defects, muscle cramps. But I don't think any of those things would put Greg off. The thinning of the bones is the one that I knew would throw Greg into...
That's as close as it gets, because, yeah, but how much? Surely it's alcoholism, not, like, just drinking.
Yeah, you have alcoholism, Greg.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
If I had alcoholism, I'd be like this. I'd be like this right now. I'm like, I need a drink. I need a drink.
No, there's a difference between alcoholic and alcoholism.
Oh, fuck off with that stupid semantic bullshit.
It's true.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not an alcoholic. I haven't got alcoholism.
That's
no,
the sort of thing
you're not an alcoholic, but you do have alcoholism.
No, I don't. Alright, get the list of list up of symptoms. Get the diagnosis list up, and we'll have a look.
Yeah, but only me and Lewis are allowed to answer because you will give fake answers.
Nah, that's not true. I
think me and you both have mild alcohol use disorder.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds more like what we have.
Which is alcoholism.
Oh shit! No, that's not what we have. I don't know, man. I do drink. I do like drinking. I don't think I abuse it. I only drink like 3-4 beers, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm all good. Okay.
You do go hard though, but
sometimes I go real hard.
Yeah.
Like once a week.
I hate saying this because it's true, but they go so pussy when it comes to when the doctor has asked me before, oh, how many because they ask you everything like how many units of alcohol do you drink and how many fags you smoke, even if you do or don't or whatever. They do it in every doctor says it.
Yeah.
And I'll say, I don't know, like 20 units a week, and they'd be like, what?
Yeah, and in retrospect.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'll sit there and I'll be like,
which is what Greg has.
I don't know, like, I'll say like 3-4 bottles of wine a week or something like that, and I'm like, they act like that's a lot. That's not that much. I know people that drink like 5 times that in a week.
The thing is
ridiculous.
When you tip the scale over too far, and you're drinking like 3 bottles of wine a night, you're not going to tell the doctor, I'm drinking 3 bottles of wine a night.
No.
That's probably... Because, by then you know there's an issue, and you're trying to hide it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 100%. You wouldn't be that open. I don't think you'd be in the doctors. Full stop. And if you were, yeah, you would lie. if you were drinking that amount, unless you actually sort of wanted the help, because that is definitely not normal.
That's bad.
For some reason, my internet's so slow.
If I have more than a bottle of wine in a night, if I have more than a bottle of wine in the night, I'll get such a bad.
Wine gives me such a headache. Never drank that much wine before, but when I have had wine, it's like definitely not for me.
Tastes nice though. Tastes good though.
I don't know if it does. Won't lie to you.
It's like nectar made by gods. You know what I mean?
Right, here we go.
Everyone's like, "Oh, tastes like vinegar." But
you could be misusing. You could be misusing alcohol if you feel you should cut down on your drinking, which you do feel.
I don't feel that. No.
You do feel that because that's why you're doing it. Number two.
No, I'm doing it for your dumbass video.
No, you're not doing it for. Okay, so what was the time in October for then? Dickhead.
Oh well, I did have an issue then.
Second, other people have been criticising your drinking.
Yeah, but you criticise everything anyone does. So give me that shit.
I do. You feel guilty. You feel guilt. You feel guilty or bad about your drinking. This one is.
I never feel guilty.
He doesn't feel guilty about anything ever. It's the narcissistic personality disorder.
It's just a waste. It's just a waste of emotional energy. Guilt.
This one, neither of us definitely don't have. Is you need a drink first thing in the morning to steady your nerves.
I always have a rule of never drink before 7.
Yeah, same.
Never drink before when? 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7.
Even if you're
apart from maybe, if you're getting on it with mates and it's meant to be a big thing, then I'm fine with drinking earlier. But...
Yeah, fair.
Right, so Greg, how many units do you drink a week of alcohol? Would you say?
Fuck knows, man. 0 at the moment.
A normal beer is about 2 units.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So what would a glass of wine be? Like.
So yeah, what would a bottle of wine be?
It depends.
If a pint is like 2-3 units, then a bottle of wine
is 10 units.
I'd say like 35 units.
35 units.
Well, yeah. So you drink like 3.5, 4 bottles of wine a week?
Yeah. Well, no, kind of. It depends. I fluctuate. Sometimes I can go like 5 days without drink. It's not an issue. Yeah. Then some days I can drink 4 days in a row. You know, it's unpredictable.
Am I drinking too much alcohol? Someone you may know might be misusing alcohol if they drink regularly, more than 14 units of alcohol a week.
Really? 14 units a fucking week? That's pussy amounts, man. Dude, like, half of England's a fucking alcoholic and abusing alcohol. If that's...
I was going to say, I don't drink, but 14 units is not...
Everyone I know drinks.
A week?
I can't think of a single person that doesn't drink on a regular basis.
Most people through lockdown had done 14 units before 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's probably true.
That's true. Like, we are a country of pissheads.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's where a lot of it comes from.
It normally coincides with like the countries with bad weather.
Yeah, that's true. Because I remember like a lot of my habit of drinking comes from youth culture when you're younger of drinking. It's so prevalent when you're young. It's like you have to drink. Oh, that person doesn't drink. That's the outcast. Look at that little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lewis.
It's mental in England. Yeah, but it's not too bad if you.
Though, like...
yeah, but the only way you can get out of it, I find, and not be seen as some sort of weirdo that doesn't drink, is if you smoke weed. If you smoke weed, they're like, "Ah, it's fine. Yeah, he's just high, man. You drink."
Yeah, see,
you know what I mean?
I've never really liked drinking, but always did do. But as soon as I found smoke, it was like, oh fuck that right off. This is so much better. What, I can get all twisted and I won't feel it the next day. And like, yeah, sign me up. Like,
I felt like that for like I felt like that for like 6-7 years.
Yeah,
and then I got back to.
You are 100% right, because if I'm in a pub or I'm out somewhere and someone offers me like Class A's and I say no, they're like, oh, yeah. Or someone offers you a smoke and you go, nah, I'm alright. And they go, but someone goes, you want a beer? And you go, I don't drink. They go, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and they just
it's
can't.
mental.
You
just haven't had the right beer, mate.
Yeah.
You haven't had the right beer.
I don't do that. I haven't had the right beer. I'll tell you what, right? There's a large YouTuber who I have met drunkenly at a party, yeah? Like them YouTube parties, yeah? His name's Danny Duncan, yeah? And his big thing is that he's...
Did you meet Danny Duncan?
I met Danny Duncan and Chris Chan. I stood there like, I fucking love you guys'
Was this when
videos,
you, Harry and Paul went on your own?
No, it was when we went to Florida. And Beast was there.
What, when I was there?
Yeah. I said, I'll be right back. There's Danny Duncan and Chris Chan are over there.
Oh, maybe I didn't know who they were at the time then. But I don't really know Chris. I know Danny Duncan.
But Danny Duncan is like, he's quite well known for not drinking, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like
okay. I didn't know he doesn't drink.
Right. As far as I know, he's straight edge. Because
I
was like, what are you guys drinking then? I'll get you something. And then he was just like, I don't drink. And I was already sloshed. So I'm like, what? What the fuck? You don't drink?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You
so
must be
cringe.
fucking retarded.
Oh.
Mate.
Now I'm older, if someone says, "Oh, I don't drink," I'm like, "Fucking fair play."
So you know it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, no, it's not. It's like a respectable thing. Like, you live in like modern culture, and you don't have a vice like smoking or drinking. I think fair play, because it's so prevalent.
Well, I half think I'm kind of with you there. I half think that the thing with people that don't have vices, right? Because you kind of half think fair play. You know what I mean? You've not been influenced by anything, but then you sort of stop and think, hang on, that's kind of psycho behaviour. Do you know what I mean? Those sort of white collar people that get
they've got that vice, that secret vice.
By anything, it's time for work, and then I go home and do.
That's when you find out they've been hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein.
They got that. They got that deep web vice.
Exactly. There's got to be something like these people that crack yeah. I don't trust people that don't do anything ever.
You have to have an outlet.
Gotta be something. Yeah.
Yeah, but some people do. Like, some people genuinely find things like exercise to be an outlet for stuff like that.
Yeah, quite right. You are right there.
I think if you do it enough.
I wish I felt that way about exercise. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of yoga recently. I'm starting to actually enjoy it. Like, it's like, I think after you get past the thing where it hurts all the time and it doesn't hurt all the time anymore.
Yeah.
You start to like respect it, but it's like, even then, I would rather have a fucking glass of wine than do an hour of yoga any day of the week. But
it's a different sort of benefit, isn't it? It's a different kind of like buzz.
Because you get that, I get that sense of calm because it's almost meditative, and I feel great. And then afterwards, I'm like, yeah, well, it's gone now.
Yeah.
Whereas with red wine, I know the time limit with red wine. I know how long it's going to make me feel good, how much I need to drink.
And you can rock around the house and do whatever, and you know you're going to feel like that. So it's like.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do you feel, Greg, about when you go for a run?
I hate it. I only do it for the health benefit. It makes me feel ill. I feel tired for days afterwards. It's like, fuck this shit.
You're just describing like a night after a hangover.
Yeah, that's the weird thing though, isn't it? Is that like the amount of hangovers I've had, like really bad hangovers, where it's ruined my entire next day. Where I've told you where that time I was so hungover after we did that video where we drank whiskey, but obviously Matt lost the footage, so no one ever saw it. I was at work the day afterwards, and I locked myself in the disabled toilets for like 5 hours, and just laid on the floor. I didn't do anything. I couldn't look at my phone because the light hurt my eyes. I didn't listen to music because somehow I cycled to work, and I got to work, and I was like fucked up, man. And it was so shit. And then literally I was like, I'm never drinking again. And then 2 days later, I'm drinking. Yeah, I thought when I think about that, yeah, it probably is. It probably is like an actual issue. Probably isn't. Yeah.
Every hangover I've ever had, I think I've probably uttered the words, "I'm never drinking ever again." Every time.
It's weird, and it's like an abusive relationship, isn't it? It's weird.
Oh, totally.
I'm never going back. I'm never going back to them. You know what I mean? And then.
Oh yeah. 100%. A lot of things like that are. I think most things like that are, really, to be honest. Any sort of
I've stopped lying to myself. I know that I'm going to drink again.
Yeah, you got.
Well, I don't know if it's that you lie to yourself. I don't know if you lie, but it's just like you just kind of forget in it, because like you have the fun bit, and then you have the really, really horrible bit. And while you're in the really horrible bit, it's like, oh, just nothing, but this is the worst. And then in a week, you've forgotten about all that bit, and it's just like you just remember that fun bit, and you put that other bit to the back of your head, like, oh, I won't think about that.
It's like the new Vsauce video.
It's gonna be like that. New Vsauce video.
It's about the perception of time. It's very interesting.
The perception of time.
Yeah. It's hard to explain, but watch it.
Lewis, have you ever tried spice?
Huh. Not to my knowledge. I may have done. No.
You haven't?
Go on.
No, I only ask because in UK prisons they're trying to trial free cannabis to see if it would cut spice drug deaths.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Go for it.
The thing with like the thing about prison though is like there's more. It does make sense. There's more drugs in sometimes a lot of cases in prisons than there is. Well, there definitely is actually. If you want to talk percentage wise, like there's definitely more drugs in a prison than there is outside, because it's like there's less people, and it's all orientated around shit like that, isn't it? So, and it's none of your bogs. It is all scatty shit like that sort of stuff, and spice is a horrible thing to get into, and yeah, I don't know how bad it is now, but I remember seeing some fucking documentary a few years back about like the sort of the rate spice was going through prisons, and it's fucking mental.
Is it one of them Vice documentaries where
it may have been Vice on Spice,
Vice on Spice,
but yeah, like if we're gonna start stepping towards like medicinal marijuana, if that is to become a thing, that would definitely benefit, I think. You got to think of that from.
Yeah, but why not let everyone have it?
Well, yeah, that, but also like you've got to think. Surely it would be a good thing in a prison, right? Think about this. So you got it from the prisoner's perspective. There, yeah, they're getting given something that's like, do you know what I mean? So they're going to be tantalized by that. If it's like, if you can all behave, you all get a joint, and they're all like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, fair enough, yeah. And then that cuts out a lot of high tensions, because your whole prison block, everyone's just chonged. So
no, because it would be like, oi, I want your spliff.
No, it'd have to be.
Give us your spliff.
This is This isn't enough for me. You gotta give me yours.
That's the problem. There's always going to be everything sounds like a good idea until you execute it. And you're like, oh fuck, think about that. Yeah, until they all start shanking each other.
You always have to remember that.
But
we always have to remember humans are cunts.
I'd say that's the thing. But I would say, in theory, that's probably a better idea than it is worse. But I don't know anything about anything, and I'm just guessing as to how it works.
None of us do.
This is probably not how
we don't
it
know
goes
shit.
down. They're not just going to give prisoners joints on B-wing and just let them loose in their like cell blocks. That's not how it's going to go down. But yeah, if it is to go down in the way it's going down in my head, I can't see it being a problem. All your prison wardens have got less work to do because all the prisoners are just, do you know what I mean, out of it.
Right.
There's no other drugs circulating around the prison.
Oh, there
just
still
let
will
them
be.
get high and play video games. It's the best way to do it.
Get high and play video games.
Yes.
Yeah, they've all got
I do
TVs
miss-
over here and cells and shit, haven't they?
Best thing to do when you're
I think
baked, play video games.
But I think it's a good thing. A lot of people are like, I can't believe these prisoners have TVs. But it's probably the best thing to do, mate, because the thing is, you get a bunch of, especially young men, in a prison, and you say, oh, well, you're going to eat slop and you're not allowed to do anything. Of course they're going to fucking end up joining gangs inside the prison and finding other things to do, beating the shit out of each other, raping each other. Of course they're going to be doing that.
Do you
Give
know
them
what's
TV.
Do you know what's crazier than giving them a TV and a PlayStation? They get free uni education. No one ever moans about that.
Yeah, that's insane. I can't believe they get that. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Go to prison for 3 years, you get free uni.
Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Can they do anything? As long as they meet requirements.
What is it? 27?
Sure.
It's 27 grand, isn't it, for uni for 3 years?
Yeah, 27 grand.
So
Crazy.
let's get locked up, boys.
I am.
Play some video games, smoke some weed. Easy.
If only I was fucking smart, and then I could be rocking around with a 27 grand debt to my name.
Just,
if only I was that.
Just for
I
like,
wish I was that clever.
Just for like 2 lines on your fucking CV. Yeah, nice one.
This perfect. Just lie, mate. Just make up a fucking one. I've lied about my GCSEs and God knows what else. Fucking. You literally.
What are they
on your
gonna do?
CV,
Call the
just
school?
lie about where you've worked. Like, yeah, like, just make it up. Yeah, I've got a fucking degree in like architecture. Sure.
It shows intuition.
See, what I don't get about it is that it doesn't show anything, man. The amount of like, if you look at my GCSEs and you ask me some questions about my GCSEs, I don't fucking know. I don't remember. I pass exams. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with uni, man. The amount of people you see that, like, for example, you get like shit news networks that bring on this guy. He's got like a doctorate in physics, and he's there going, "Yeah, but I don't think that gravity exists. That's flat." And it's like, it's so easy to get a degree. You just answer the right questions. It doesn't mean you're smart. It doesn't mean that you know what you're doing. You're just good at exams.
It is weird, isn't it? It's kind of like a bit of an elephant in the room, like education as a whole, and school, like your school grades and your uni grades. It is a bit of a, like, we all know, like, no one's addressing it, but we all know it means fucking shit. All of us know. Like, your employer knows it means jack shit. The person who gave you the degree knows it means jack shit. You deep down running around just going to the occasional lecture and just getting battered back at your uni halls. You know it's a load of shit. But for some reason, nobody's quite happy until you've got that little bit of paper, and then it's like, I'm qualified now.
It's like
I can do it.
It's this weird it's this weird pointless fiction we all buy into, and we all know is dumb and pointless, but we still buy into it, and it makes no sense.
Exactly. For the day that we all hold our hands up. And
for example,
should we, like,
let's
stop
say
doing this and just go on experience.
Well, say if you're like doing like even lab work. Like, imagine you run a lab, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna hire the guy who has this biology. You're gonna get him in, but you're still gonna have to teach them the exact same things that you would have to teach some random guy off the street.
Exactly.
Because he's never worked in your lab. He doesn't know what you're doing. He's sat there and sure he's learned about cells look like this and shit like that, but he hasn't learned that exact stuff. So
just for that
isn't
bit
like
of paper.
Pointless. It's just pointless.
Isn't it also like pretty much all of the sciences like pretty much routinely change everything every 20 years? Yeah, that's a big issue. Is that especially with science teachers, is that a lot of science teachers, especially if they're like in their 60s, when they went to fucking uni, everything was different. We didn't even know about black holes. We didn't know about fucking, like the majority of quantum theory wasn't even done yet. Exactly.
They don't know what they're talking about. So it's dumb. I think we need to abolish or at least radically change education, and not just in our country but in the whole world. It needs to be. We need to change how we do everything.
The thing is, though, is that's true. Even if you disregard the shit that you're learning about, even if you disregard all of that stuff, it's like oh, hang on, sorry. Can you hear that?
No.
Sorry, you might have to cut this. Sorry,
What's
that just
going
threw me off. My old man just walked up the stairs, just singing really loud. But it threw me off. Yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, what were we talking about? Sorry.
How education is rubbish. Education rubbish.
Oh, it's all a load of shit.
We need to radically reform everything, and that goes with so many things in society. But everyone's just like, oh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But
you know what I mean? It's just like
it's not that it's not broke. It's just you're used to it being broken.
And it's a waste. It's a waste of resources. It's a waste of time.
Well,
it's just. And it pisses me off, you know what I mean? It's just irritating.
Yeah, man.
I wish you were this excited and forward and sort of thoughtful about how bad alcohol is.
I'm angry. Oh, mate, alcohol is good for you. And listen to me, I have a degree in alcohol science.
Yes, I'm sorry, Master. Yeah, great. Oh, I know this is... I was going to do some...
yeah, you better listen to what I have to say.
I was going to do some...
I got a bit of paper.
I was going to do some dumb things, but I'll do them next time. I do have one thing I want to message. I do want to message...
It was like ages.
About an hour and 10 minutes.
It's 10:15, so... Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
There is one story here, Greg, that says that we're only allowed now to shop alone in Sainsbury's. Our beloved Sainsbury's.
Wait, what did you say? I cut out.
Can only shop alone in Sainsbury's. We can't go in together.
Really? When did they change that?
Like, literally, it was breaking about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, but guess what? Breaking news, it's not going to do anything.
More like broken news.
Not going to do anything. This lockdown that we're in right now is technically, by all... It's supposed to be exactly the same as the first lockdown we were in. Is it fuck? Look, that first lockdown we were in was like a ghost town. There was nobody about. It was, for like a week or two, it was spooky.
Yeah.
Now... all the schools are open.
It was crazy.
Everyone's back at work. You can go and get food anywhere. All the shops are open. The streets are full of.
No, they've closed schools. They've closed schools.
Are the schools shut again?
Schools. Me and Greg were talking about the schools.
I thought all the schools were open again. Well, they opened for a bit anyway.
They opened for one day.
They opened them. Yeah, they opened for one day and then did a complete U-turn. They were like, "Oh wait, no, actually." After the kids have already mixed and met. It's so stupid.
That's almost really stupidly counterproductive. Yeah, let's just do it for one day. Let them all fucking shake hands and then fucking go home.
The thing is, it's just irritating because like I know the lockdown needs to be done to save people, but like, oh shit, it's a shit, isn't it? You know what I mean? And it's like, especially when you know you're not one of the people at risk. You're just you have that sort of that is almost selfishness and you want the selfishness to take over and win. You're like, oh yeah, we're gonna sacrifice some people so I can go out and do shit. You know what I mean? But then you're like, fuck, man. It's just that empathy comes back and you're like, oh fuck.
You don't have empathy or guilt.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
I don't feel like that, so I know you don't.
Well, I don't know.
I am seriously beyond the point of giving a fuck anymore. If I get ill, if I start to feel funny, I will go and have a test. And if it's positive, I will isolate and no one will see me for a little while. But I'm fucking bored now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's the double. I was literally having this conversation with my mum before we started recording. It's the double standardness of it that really fucks me off. If Boris, as much as I think he is a turd, if he came out tomorrow and was like, right, official proper lockdown, and it was all of us in our houses for 3 weeks, all of the shops are shut, you're not allowed to leave unless you're going out to get fucking bog roll. As horrible as that is, get it. Cool, man. But you can't.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
You can't be all like when everyone's at work and everywhere's open, and it's like.
Dude, I have friends that work in. I have friends that work in sales at call centers, and they're still going into work, and
Mate,
their bosses are going, "No, we're allowed to stay open, and I can't make sure you're working if you're not in the office."
I'm not allowed.
And it's just so stupid.
But I can go in a shop
I don't get it.
Shoulders with strangers, and that like,
yeah,
that's what fucks me off.
It's cancerous, isn't it? It's so frustrating. Yeah, I think we should outro there, guys. I know what it was.
Yeah,
we were shit talking Corona and Bojo, and he's we're in a police state now, so we're gonna be whisked away.
I mean,
we fuck.
Do
anything. No authority, bro.
Stupid ass. You wig ass motherfucker.
Wig ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed Threescreens. Like, share, sub, do the shit.
Yes, keep us going until we're actually allowed to meet in person again.
Yeah. It might have to do a few car episodes where the sound apparently is the best it has been.